Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Innovation Podcast, your source for all things innovation. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at @AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Stephen Ruiz on the line, and he is co-founder and CEO over at d-clear.com. Stephen, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here again, Adam.
So I'm excited to have you here, and I want to get into, so we're going to talk about some of the pivots and things that you have going on. But before we do that, tell us a little bit more about what you're doing over at d-clear.com. So tell us a little bit more about it, please.
Yeah, not a problem. d-clear.com will be a enterprise-grade version of a total communication solution, which is secured by blockchain technology. It is what I'd like to consider next level or next generation type communications for enterprises. We're building out the full solution to include things like a mobile app and, a unified communication client and analytics and things like that. What we are adding into it, which is kind of new, is a decentralized identity management system and things of that nature to really take it to the next level, right?
Wow! Since our last conversation, you've been working. You don't keep still. Yeah, you have been.
Well, the world is a wonderful and crazy place. It's constantly moving and changing, and we're just to keep up. That's all.
So I think that's speaking of change, I think this is a great transition. So let's get into for the listeners, we're recording this right in the middle of the coronavirus in 2020 and towards the end of April. So you mentioned to me in the pre-show that you have maybe some pivots and some other things, some doors that have opened. Tell us a little bit more about how this has affected you and what you're doing with it.
Well, the coronavirus, although, a great tragedy globally, it opens up the door to new opportunities to do things in a new way that just kind of changes the game in its entirety. I mean, everything is changing. Businesses, the way they do business, individuals, the way they live, the way they act, the way they socialize, the way they work. And, with our previous concept, we were actually implementing the blockchain directly onto what could be considered your standard voice over IP or IPTBX protocol type communication service. What we're doing now is we're recreating ourselves as a new way to communicate by not using the traditional landlines, by not using the traditional or legacy telephone system. Our goal is to build a global network that allows you to communicate in full within the network on a end-to-end encryption, type platform that's also enhanced by blockchain technology. And we feel that with the new way of doing things due to the coronavirus, it's the right time to go ahead and build that totally secure, decentralized, non-traditional network. Allowing people to communicate, allowing people to work from anywhere that they want to work from with 100% security and confidence that they are, in fact, communicating securely. And then once again, that they are, in fact, communicating with the person that it is that they're supposed to be communicating with. And our hope is to make it just safer all the way across the board for any type of communications, whether it's, friends and family or, business to business or government to to people, to the community that they're governing, whatever it may be, right? So that's where the pivot is taking us, and we kind of owe that thought process. And I hate to put it this way, but to what happened with the coronavirus, right? I mean, this is our silver lining, yeah?
Man, it's tricky because and especially in my intersection of where of my seat, because I see both sides. So one phone call I get and somebody's laying off or letting go of 10 people. The next phone call I get and somebody's hiring 10 people. And it's tricky because you never want to see people lose, but and you love to see people win. But, the thing is think about like even depressions or other things that have happened this time. A lot of successful businesses, a lot of opportunity, a lot of things come from forcing us out of our comfort zone. So when I look at this whole thing, I'm like, man, it's kind of like we're all forced to have to rethink what we're doing. But I think as a whole, we all progress faster as long as we're willing to maybe change and do some other things. So that's why when you mentioned your concept, I'm like, oh, man, I know what you guys were doing before was big, but, geez, you just took it to a whole new level.
Absolutely. And it's just like you said, things are changing, and it hurts to see the people that are getting hurt get hurt. It really does. It breaks my heart. But I think the best thing we can do is push forward and hopefully open up new opportunities for people who have been hurt by this virus. I mean, we have the ability to go or to scale globally. And my hope is to be able to offer people, solid work around the world, which is our goal, of course, and give them great culture and, just be happy with life again, because this is really going to destroy a lot of people. I mean, it's going to destroy a lot of happiness. So we're going to do our part. I mean, that's what we're looking to be able to, to give back. That's how we're looking to be able to give back, amongst a few other things that we have planned in the philanthropic, side of things, right? Yeah, we're going to do our part. We're going to do our part.
So, Stephen, that being said, if somebody's listening to this and they want more information on d-clear.com, I mean, what's the best way for them to follow up and to keep up with the projects and everything else that you're up to?
Well, listen, I would say if they want to communicate with us directly, do not hesitate to email at info@d-clear.com. That way, any questions you may have, any synergy that you think we might have together, or, any opportunities that we have available, you can directly contact us, and we'll reach out pretty quickly. I mean, we're very good about that. Otherwise, follow us on LinkedIn. Just look for d-clear.com. We're there. We're building a following. We're growing little by little. We're trying to do it organically now, but we're there. We're on Facebook, Instagram. I mean, all the standards. I think that would be the best way, but we're open. We're open to the community. We're open to help. We're open to, to collaborate. So please, anybody who's interested, reach out.
That's awesome. Well, appreciate you coming back on the show. Been awesome doing this reunion episode with you, getting the family back together, getting all the podcasts back together. So great stuff there. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave a review in the Apple iTunes store. And if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Money, definitely give us a subscribe there. But also, or I said Mission Matters Money, I meant Mission Matters Innovation. This is the innovation show. Yeah, go to Mission Matters Innovation.
Money matters as well.
Well, it does. But I want to send them to the right YouTube channel. And I'm not editing this. I don't care. I want to send them money. So don't forget, give the Mission Matters Innovation channel a subscribe and leave us some comments in the video. Love to hear what you thought and what kind of projects you're working on. And Stephen, thanks again for coming back on the show. Appreciate it.